not really good at this video shit. I don't care. The purpose of this video today, if I can just get this camera fucking moving, looking good. Oh, man. Things haven't been the same since I moved into the shelter. And that's kind of the point of this video. I needed something that could handle my creative process. So I set out to build a portable studio that can take everything I throw at it. The crazy thing is, this turned out to be way better than I thought. I purposely went out to get the cheapest, freest thing I can get because self-employment is a lot like unemployment. So in this video, I'm going to talk about all the equipment I use to make noise and release music on my YouTube and Facebooks. First up, the laptop. I got a $700 laptop for like $80 off the streets. And that's probably the only thing I like about being in the ghetto. Laptop is a simple 7480 Dell laptop. I upgraded the RAM from, I think it was 6 to 16. And I'll probably upgrade the hard drive to something a little bit faster. It's still, but for the most part, it runs all the programs I use pretty good. I mean, first there's Reaper, which I've been using for the last 10 years. 10 years of Reaper, probably a little more than that. I started out with Audacity, then I moved on to a bunch of other stuff. Then I fell on Reaper simply because it works, even though it has some glitches and limits, whatever, I don't care. After Reaper, I started getting into VSTs, virtual sound instruments, something like that. I'm low on caffeine. So the hardest part of all this was really getting the sound I wanted with virtually nothing. I mean, no pedal boards. Sometimes I didn't even have a guitar to record with. And that's where MIDI comes in. MIDI is fucking awesome, but it's still not the same as playing the fucking instrument. Yeah, the VSTs probably took the longest part to figure out. Because whether it's free or paid, you still have to learn how it works. Put it in the right place, set the right values, and pray to God it doesn't freeze while it's playing. I've done that. That's happened a couple times. I guess the next piece of equipment would be the Focusrite Solo 3rd Gen. I should have wrote a script for this. I'm so bad at this. The Solo Focusrite is fucking awesome. I got that at the pawn shop for $85. So far the total is under 200. I plug it in, I get all the cables, which are like $10 to $15 a piece, and I'm only using like a handful of cables and USB-C. Fine. Get that going, plug it in, update it. Plugging in my guitar and microphone, and then being able to hear it through the monitors. Awesome. This is all just, it's great. It's like playing with Legos. I fucking love playing with Legos. So then the last piece I acquired was the Rolling Cube GX. And oh my God, I fucking love Boss. I've loved Boss since I first started playing guitar, which was like 24 years ago. I'm old. I remember when Boss used to have display cases in Guitar Center, and you just step on everything and just piss everybody off. I miss those days. So I got this Cube GX, and it really has everything. It has like a little bit of everything. Because its main function is to be portable. Slap some batteries, throw in your aux device, and instrument or vocals, and you're performing. And for 3 watts, it's still pretty loud. I mean, I was on the corner the other day, and I was able to cut through traffic. Almost caused an accident because everybody was staring at me. Whatever. So now, I put all the pieces together. I went outside and tested it out, and I'm this close. This close from, I guess you call it busking, the art of busking, performing live for tips, because I'm so sick and tired of working for companies that don't give a shit about its employees. I figure I always make the most money working for myself any goddamn ways. So why the fuck am I working for anybody else? Mostly because I get lazy, and a weekly check is sometimes, not all the time, better than that one big check every now and then. Oh, I've been in Philly 5 years, and I've performed a handful of times. I'd say 2 in the library, 1 in ShopRite, and 2 in an NA meeting. That's a story for another time. So now I got batteries, I got equipment. Now it comes down to the music. A lot of the music I want to play, most of the population in Philly don't either A, don't know exists, or B, thinks it's fucking devil music. So fuck it, I'm the devil. I'm gonna be focusing on mostly rock, metal, blues, and like this much pop music. I'm not really a big fan of pop music. I find it's devoid of relevance and life. And most of the times when I hear it, it just sounds flat as fuck. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So I want to be the one to be playing metal and grunge in public. Because fuck it, why not? Once you pass 40, you really stop giving a fuck about a lot of shit. So let me see, what else can I walk y'all through? So another goal. The goal is to die a successful musician. I'm tired beyond belief. What I mean by that is, I'm not really trying to go to the grave with a bunch of debt. I mean, I don't have a family. Friends only show up when I have money. And work is really all I know. So might as well just play my guitar till I'm dead. That was the plan since I was 16. Yeah. So, I guess now I'll just show you some clips of how it all works together, because it's not that much to explain, but it's effective. Now here's my template for Reaper. I don't know if it's too much or not enough, but this is what works. I still got to work on the drum sounds because the bass kick drum sounds like shit, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think I'm okay with letting people listen to it as much as I do it. So I'm gonna use the finger trick. Vocals is channel 1, which is usually centered. Then it's like 4 tracks of guitar. 2 go to the cube when I'm recording directly into it, into the autoface. And then 2 are VSTs, just in case, whatever reason, I can't get audio or play loud. Because, recording on headphones is a challenge and a half. And when these earbuds are the fucking worst. No bass, unless I jam it directly in my ear. That's just another headache I gotta deal with later. There's bass, and then there's keys, and then there's drums. So whenever I have an idea in my head, this is basically my notepad. I just throw everything in there, and then over time, work on it, fix it up, edit it. You know how it goes. You write a song, you start with a bass line or a drum pattern, something. So over here, this bad boy right here. Get this better shot. This bad boy right here. My only gripe is this little thing here. I have yet found an adapter that fits in the way it's supposed to. There's always that much space. And for some reason, when I push it past that space, it sounds like utter shit. Now, this monitor, what I didn't realize is, yeah, it controls how loud the headphones are, but also controls what I plug back here by turning that switch on. See, I'm not really all that bright, even though people think I am. I see direct monitor and I'm thinking, I don't know what to think. So I usually leave it off because I'm recording on headphones. I rarely get the chance to actually record from the amp and hear it from the amp. Before all this, I had a Pod 2.0. And the problem was, I was connecting into a monitor, a PA monitor. Now the PA monitor sounded fucking great. It was like 1,000 watts of noise, but it's a pain in the ass to carry. And then it's like, I had the long board along with the pod, and fuck, what a nightmare. And the laptop that I had before this was even bigger. That was not gonna work. So I gotta shrink everything to make it work the way it's supposed to. So now, using a typical situation, I plug my guitar. Plug my guitar in here. It goes, routes into the record out. And then, yeah, I messed up. Guitar here, aux cord, record out, right into channel 2. And that's when I use the amps, the effects. It's usually the VST running dry and the effects are usually in the wet. And then when I mix it, if I do it right, it sounds great. Do it wrong, it sounds like absolute trash. I think one of the best parts of this setup is the fact that it only takes me like 2 minutes to set everything up. Now the aux cord is like probably the most valuable thing to this. Let's say I finish writing a song. All I have to do is mute the wet effects. And when I plug in my Android phone, I'll have the track playing while I'm playing live the wet effects along with the dry effects. And it just sounds like a real band, whatever that is, whatever that means nowadays. Being a soloist is hard. So now this is where the audience comes in, the community. I'm willing to accept criticism, all thoughts and opinions on how to make this better, outside of, practicing the songs and getting them right. I'd love to try more stuff out, more gear reviews, different versions of the situation. I do want to get more gear, like lots more guitars, lots more gear, lots more pedals. I'm not really good for asking for help, but donations and PayPal are greatly appreciated. Because I think this is as far as I can go without any monetary help. Because shelter life sucks.